first step that we will do according to our program for tonight is model number 4. So the model number 4 is already built with small changes to fit in the screen, and the first thing that I will do is to change the speed of the conveyor. You already know how to do that. Let's come to speed 0.2. okay, and I will change this one. You can copy the properties as we have seen last week. I'm changing the speed so we can see what is happening in the conveyors. The speed of 1 second is too fast, so we will not be able to appreciate our exercise. Let's test what is happening here. As you can see, from the source are coming the items. Let's go a little bit faster, and all the items are going into conveyor 1. Why? Because it's serving to the first available conveyor. Let's assume now that the conveyor on the top, conveyor number 4, is all the good products from my production line, and the conveyor in the bottom, conveyor 5, are all the products with defects. Let's assume that we have a rule of 80% of good production and 20% of production with errors. It's just an assumption. So we have to come into the processor's properties and change in the flow tab. Alright, we see in here send to port. Okay, alright, and let's see in here it says first available open all ports. That's what is happening right now, and that's why all products are coming into port number 1 of conveyor 4. So let's change it. So let's change to by percentage. So let's find by expression by percentage, and look at that, it says inputs. Alright, and if you see here, I have the percentage and I have the port. We will check that in a couple of seconds. Let's put 20 and let's put 0 here. This table is telling the system, the processor, that 80% is going to port 1 and 20% is going to port 2. I will explain a little bit later how this statistically work. I mean, it's not statistics, it's how the probabilities that the product will get into the 80% of goods or 20% with defect. So let's apply and press OK. Let's run the model and see what happened now. It's too slow. Let's put a little bit faster, and you see more of the products are coming into the top, 80% of the production, and some of them are coming into the bottom. But how can I know how many items are going to the good production or the bad production? So let's change the view settings and show names and statistics. Okay, so you see here I have an input in the sync, or that means an output of the production of 32, and here 8. Okay, so let's put a little bit faster. We can guess that more or less 80%, around 80%, not exactly, are coming into this production, and 20% are in this range. Let's change now the colors of the items produced. Let's assume that the green color are the good products and red colors are the bad products or products with defects. So I go to the conveyor, so double click in the conveyor so we get the properties in triggers, and we have on reset, on message, on entry. Alright, so let's change on entry, press the add button, and look at that, set color by value. So yes, we will use this set color. Double click there, and it's a color red, so double click in the color and change to green, but I have to double click in green, and here I have the command set color green in item. Okay, and let's press apply and OK. Let's change the bottom one, triggers on entry, set color and change color to red. Where is red in here? Black, blue, green, line, red, color red. Okay, double click on it. Okay, now let's run the project again, and you see now the colors. Okay, 80% are coming in here with red color, and these ones with green color. Let's change now the size of the boxes produced in the processor. So double click in the processor, on triggers, and on exit in the processor. So let's put set location, rotation, or size. So the first one, and look at that, it says set location, set rotation, and set size. So set size, and I have here the 3 coordinates for a 3D object. So 1, I suppose it's 1 meter. Let's put 2, 2, and 1. Let's see how the object will look like now. Alright, let's reset and run the project and put it a little bit faster. So look at the boxes a little bit big, but what I'm trying to tell you is that you can change even the shape. You go to Google SketchUp, you will find Ferraris and Maseratis, Lexus, or iPhones, iPods, whatever are you producing, so you can change in here. Alright, let's change now the 3D shape of the items that I'm producing. So come here to the processor, in triggers. We put the location, size, and rotation on the exit, which means that after the operator or the forklift or the robot probably leave the item from the processor, is when the new item will change the size. Alright, so let's assume that is okay. So I can add on process finish. So I will add on process finish, I will add the 3D shape. So change 3D shape. So let's check on it, and it's a object item and check index number. So we know that 1 is the boxes. Alright, so let's change, for example, for 3, which is like circles or something like that. So let's see how it will work now. Okay, you see the boxes coming, and they are producing like big balls. Okay, 3D balls. Alright, so that's how we can change the shape here. The best way to know what shapes are produced in Flexsim, let's go to the source, double click in the properties of the source, and in flow item class in the source tab we see box, cylinder, circle, person. So this corresponds to number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and so on. Let's work now in the model 4A. The first thing that I have done is to change the shape of the items. So remember that we can do that in the processor, on triggers. You just go to on process finish or on exit, any of those two depending on what you want, and I just change the 3D shape. Alright, so what is the 3D shape? Change 3D shape to number 2, which is cylinders. Okay, remember that in the